Hello, everybody. Welcome back. Part 2 of today's episode of Roll20 Presents Waterdeep Dragon Heist. Everybody got a nice rest at the Yawning Portal because you were there during the quietest time of the Yawning Portal, like 5 a.m. to like about noon. So it's nice and quiet. Durnan also rests for the day. His staff tidy up the place, getting it ready for the next night. And during your entire long rest, there are very few screams of terror from the well. So nice, good, relaxing time. You wake up
also the quiet time in the Underdark.
Yeah, at least near the entrance of the Underdark. So you get a chance to rest, and you can now continue your search for the missing soft boy, Floon Blagmar. Where will you begin? You know that he was caught and absconded with back down in the dock ward, and has probably been kidnapped by the Xanathar Guild. What would you like to do to continue your search?
I had an idea.
Okay.
Looking at that item that you got, you could just write him on it and follow it, right?
Yeah. I mean, how easy is it to follow?
Let's take a look.
If it moves very quickly, we might not be able to, but that's a good plan otherwise.
Yeah.
The paper bird travels to within 5 feet of its intended recipient by the most direct route. It doesn't say. I imagine it flies at about, here comes a Monty Python joke, it flies at about the same speed as a bird that isn't carrying anything, like a common type of bird you might find in Africa or Europe. So I mean,
but the problem is that it flies the most direct route, which is like over buildings
and then over. Like, following it's probably going to be difficult unless there's a way you can like.
Okay, so do we want to?
We probably want to get closer to him before we did that.
That's not a bad idea.
Because like doing it halfway across the city is going to be hard, but like doing it in the same block might be easier.
Yeah. So it's in Skullport, but Skullport is also big.
Well, yeah, I mean, like the Xanathar Guild has its like HQ in Skullport. The distance between Waterdeep and Skullport is like several miles of underground tunnel. They probably would not have taken him all the way there.
All the way to Skullport.
Yeah, especially since the Xanathar Guild has been seen like scrapping in the streets with the Zentarum, right? So like it looks like they're expanding. So yeah, you probably don't have to go all the way down to Skullport yet. But for now,
I think Elf, your original plan of checking with Volo, because he
check with Volo. Maybe ask the bar guy and like
if we'd like to do like a talking to people montage, right, where you wait, hang out at the tavern, and just we have different like little kind of like we don't have to have individual scenes. We could just wrap that all up as an investigation check.
Yeah, of course.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Do you want to
back by the tavern where he disappeared, or?
No, I was thinking here where people might know where the Xanathar Guild is like hanging out.
Oh, okay.
Because back in the other place, they're not so friendly. Whereas here, they kind of like us. So
I mean, you're of a kind at least here.
Yeah, well, that's what I mean.
Well, why doesn't somebody roll investigation? And this is an investigation with charisma roll, because you're talking, right? You're investigating, but you're using your charisma to do.
Let me handle it. Someone give me help.
Jesus,
no.
Charisma is 4.
I will speak to people.
Not +4.
Just 4. Yeah, the worst. Well, almost the worst.
So this is actually a +2 instead of a -1, Adam.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, we'll help, I'm sure.
All right.
Or not.
Cool. So nobody in the Yawning Portal is willing to talk to you about this. The general consensus seems to be like, figure it out on your own. We're important adventurers. You're just level 1 nobodies. At one point, a dark elf with 2 scimitars tells you to get bent. So yeah, you don't. No one has information for you.
Okay. Well, that was my plan.
So this is like nighttime. You've spent the whole evening doing this. It's starting to get late. You're all sitting at your table, and there is a sense of like in the soundtrack, we hear the kind of like exhaustion of the party, and like we get this shot of all the group of you just kind of sitting like at your table,
I'm drinking,
having exhausted your. Yeah, let me show you. It's very busy in here now. And now
that there's no troll.
Yeah. That's what they say. This is no troll ground, so. So yeah, you're all sitting at the table now. The bar is full of strange individuals, and none of whom are interested in chatting with you.
There's a grell in this bar.
Yeah, I mean, don't take this too literally. This
I was like, there's
illustration.
also a
beholder in here.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff going on.
Why don't we just ask the Xanathar himself?
He's right over there.
Yeah.
I think
Oh, there's Strix.
maybe Jewel might suggest like, why don't we go to like the less pleasant parts of town? They might know something more or could be.
All right. Fine. I was hoping
twisted.
to avoid that, but yes, all right.
I mean,
Sure.
I'm not very experienced with kidnappings, but generally, I think the best place to catch their trail would be where their trail is.
We know they're in conflict, so maybe if we keep our eye out for
God damn it, Adam.
people are fighting.
Yeah, so you want to head down to back to the dockward and ask around in the bad part of town?
I suppose so.
Yeah, and
Alright.
by ask, we mean beat people up.
Yeah, you can ask with your fists. That's fine.
I'm not going to ask with my fists, but I'll watch while 8 asks with his fists.
There
So-
are more than one way.
So is
There
that
more
the
than
next
one way.
is that the next scene? Have you like cornered some ruffians and 8 is like robot punching them against a wall?
I
Yeah,
think we would
sure. Why not?
specifically look for people. I mean, because we know what Xanathar's. They're the ones who wear the black cloaks, right? The Zentarian were the ones with the eyeballs.
I mean, they all kind of dress like edgelords.
Okay.
The-
What was the symbol then of Xanathar's?
You don't know.
Circles.
You don't know yet. You have seen.
Okay.
You have seen a symbol that's like an orb with radiating lines. Which out of character because Dave recognizes it, but there's no way 8 ever would. So there's that sigil. You've also seen the winged snake with the the snake
which
with
is the
wings.
Zentarum.
Yeah,
one.
so
Yeah,
I
that one I
think
think
it's reasonable to fade in on you've cornered some lower level Zentarum thug. You see
Yeah.
that tattoo on his neck, and you've got him pinned against a wall in an alley somewhere. Who's doing the talking? 8's got him grabbed.
Now, if you'd not like my friend to continue pummeling you, perhaps you might provide us with the information that we're asking for. The location of the Xanathar's guild. Quick as you can.
I told you, I don't know nothing about that.
I
Yes,
think they
well,
just used a double negative. Doesn't that mean they know something?
you know, Jules' right.
It sharpens her dagger.
Is your sword named Semantic Argument, Julie?
It is now.
Okay. That's
As a
not what
point of
literally
order.
means. Stab. So 8, I mean, it doesn't seem like he's cooperating.
Punch him.
Yeah, I'm pretty bad at intimidation, but I'll try.
Okay.
I don't say anything. I let you do the talking. But when there's a gap in the talking, I just kind of look around, and then no one says anything.
Do you want
I
me
just
to
punch him in the
do
face.
you want me to
I-
intimidate Dave or
I'll try it.
all right.
Oh, I didn't take intimidation. I thought I took intimidation. Oh, rats.
Or yeah, you can take the lead as well. I'm helping by
Sure,
punching.
yeah, you want to do it that way? I can
Yes.
do it that way.
Yeah. I don't have much
17.
choice.
Okay, 17. All right. So 8, you give him a shock in the guts, and he's just like, ugh. All right. Listen, they've been coming up from the sewers. Filthy creatures. They got entrances all over the place. We wasn't supposed to say anything because it makes us look bad, but listen, I don't want to die. There's an entrance. It's 2 blocks down, and one to the north. You'll know them by their symbol, 'cause it's all over the dock ward now. It's a circle. It's got 10 eye stalks, like their filthy leader. I ain't following anything that ain't human. No offense, big guy. And he like tries to pull himself out of your grasp.
Wait,
Thank you for your assistance.
And do you let him go? You put him down?
Well, I was about to, and then Mikario was about to say wait. something.
Okay. So you
No,
still-
I was saying, wait, like that symbol is similar to the purple thing in the Zoblob shop.
And he's brushing himself off, and he looks up at you, 8, and he says, kind of conspiratorially, like everyone can hear it, but he's like, you know, big guy, if you need a job, Zentarum are always looking for enforcers. I don't think I've ever seen one of your kind around here before, but we got plenty of Goliaths, half-orcs, big muscly types. I ain't never been hit as hard as anyone as you, though. I'm gonna be recovering for days. Listen, if you want a job,
You best
ask
start
for-
that recovering soon.
And he looks at you, he puts his hands up. He's all right.
Have you got like a card?
And he says, there are plenty of bars down here that belongs to us. Just look for this symbol. And he like pulls his shirt aside, and you see the snake.
They're also like weirdly anti-non-humans.
Yeah, Makaria like wrinkles her nose at that offer, and she's just like,
I'm also fairly anti-human generally.
And he grins, and he says, well, good. Tell him old Gray Shank sent you. And he like brushed himself off, and he says, ma'am. And he looks at you, Rin. Makaria.
Yes. Yes, Grayshanks. We'll remember that name for when we don't find what we're looking for and we need to find you again. Thank you.
Well,
I
and
say,
I
like,
hope.
turn around with a cloak flourish.
Yeah.
You know?
And he's like, well, I hope Bashaba looks the other way then. And he slinks away into the night.
do you think we could go back to the Zoblob shop?
Why?
Why?
Oh,
No.
I just have let's say a craving for going, that a hankering, if you will.
2 blocks down, 1 block across, and we'll find an entrance marked with a symbol. That's what we were told. Let's follow up on that right away.
Yeah. So you want to follow his directions?
I think
Yeah.
so.
Yes.
Okay. All right. So you follow those directions, and at first you don't find anything. You're in this back alley. You're looking around. It's dark, and it just looks like a shitty alley. There's just piles of garbage and like an unconscious drunk. And just about when you're ready to give up, who has the highest passive perception in the group?
13.
Also 13.
12.
Rin, what's yours?
12.
Nice. Okay. All right. So Makaria and Jewel at the same time. Then you notice a symbol etched into a manhole cover.
I think I noticed it because I sit down.
It's a circle. If you didn't know better, you'd think it looked like a sun, but it's a circle with 10 lines radiating out from its center.
Yeah,
Oh,
so
you're
like
sitting
everyone's
on it.
searching, and Makaria gets bored, and she sits down, and like then looks down her like legs at her boots, and is like doing the thing where you like go like this,
It's like
And-
sitting flopping your legs around.
and then like right next to her feet is the manhole cover, and then she's like, oh, right at the same time that Jewel is like, you're sitting.
You're sitting on.
Oh, well, I found it.
Oh, good. Yes. I suppose we go down then.
Yeah.
Try and track back from here. If they can walk from their hideout to here, that means we can walk from here to their hideout. Wherever.
How far away are we from, say, the Gross Tavern where we know he was kidnapped?
The
here?
skewered dragon.
That's the one.
Not far, maybe 2 or 3
Okay.
blocks.
Then this.
So we
probably
are
seems-
close to the Zoblob shop.
You are, yeah. Yeah,
We're
you're
busy
like, I
right
don't know,
now.
you're like over here, maybe.
Every minute we waste is perhaps
Yes.
Floon's life. No detours currently.
We'll go
weren't
on the
super
way back.
concerned about
On the way
Floon's
back.
life before.
I don't.
I'm concerned about Floon's life only to a point where you're not going to die if we go looking for him, which was why we rested. I would like to get him back in one piece for more gold.
I don't want
That's
to go
true.
down
He's
there.
probably worth more alive.
I don't want to.
Why not?
Look how small that hole is.
You're gonna be fine.
And I go up to
my
8
God.
and I like do the thing again where I like pat their lower arm, and I'm like, there'll be lots of things to kill down there. I promise.
Oh, You know just the thing to say to me. All right, let's go.
Okay.
We're such murder hobos.
So 8. Do you lift the manhole cover up?
Yeah.
Okay. It's heavy and it's made out of iron, but you can do it one-handed. You just reach down and like pull it up. Yeah, a warm, because it's like starting summer is starting, right? So like this kind of warm, fetid smell wafts up from the cramped tunnels below. There is no light in the sewer. So 8, how are you going to see? Do you light a torch before you climb down there?
I'm not holding that this time.
That's fine. I'll work something out. Yeah, I'll lay a little touch.
Okay.
I already regret this. I regret it a lot. Like just smelling the sewer hole.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Why?
It's going to be unpleasant.
Have you spent much time in morgues?
No.
Well, the bad ones smell like this.
Fantastic.
Yeah. So you climb down into the sewer, and yeah, it's very much like you'd imagine, like the sewer of a medieval city looks like. There are 2 on either side. There is a at least down here there is a walkway that has like regular spillover. The light of your torch scatters rats and roaches as you come down, and then in the center there is a steady stream of wastewater, kind of like gurgling and flowing through the sewers.
I would like to point out that I am using Mage Hand constantly to lift the hem of my cloak above the gross floor.
Excellent. Okay, so if you don't already have it, mark inspiration for your performance up to this point. And you head down the tunnel.
Makaria has like a face mask that she just like pulls up.
Okay.
Maybe it's just like part of a scarf, but
Yeah,
like
tied around your face. Excellent. Okay. All right. Yeah. A putrid stream flows along the sewer tunnel, which leads in 2 directions. In one direction, you see a tiny symbol drawn on the wall in yellow chalk, a palm-sized circle with 10 equidistant spokes radiating from its circumference.
Follow the marks.
So the mark of the Xanathar Guild follows you into the tunnels. So after about an hour of following the signs through the tunnels, you come to a 3-way intersection, where a ladder leads up into a stone shaft capped by a circular metal cover. One of the familiar chalk symbols is marked on a wall nearby, but floating near the symbol, this is great, is a spherical grapefruit-sized creature with a bulging central eye and 4 stumpy eye stalks. It notices you as soon as the light falls on it, and it hisses and turns towards you, baring sharp teeth. So let's roll initiative. You've stumbled on a creature.
A friendly
I hiss
guard.
back at it.
A guard for the Xanathar. So let me grab the token, and
You could call it a Xanagard.
you could if you wanted to.
Get out.
I think the Xanathar's Guild probably has a better like marketing team.
Yeah, you're probably right.
Yeah. Okay. So here I'll draw a quick sewer map for you.
It's a tiny beholder.
It's a tiny ass beholder. That's right. Okay. So there's like the tunnel like this.
Hey, what are beholder children called?
I don't
Baby
know.
holders.
Oh my god. Get out of here. You're all the worst. Okay, so you can kind of place yourselves however you like on here. Yeah, there you go. Okay, cool. Makaria's all by herself. There you go. And I will grab the creature in question. Also, I have a handout because God loves a handout. Check it out. Look at this guy. He's so mad. He's mad at you.
I love
The grapefruit-sized little boy.
Oh man.
Turns his eyes towards you. Hissing.
cute.
I know, right? And he is floating. He's floating over here. Let me clear the initiative. Oh, you guys already rolled. Perfect.
Yeah,
Thank you.
Yeah, it's appropriate.
Okay, and I'll roll for this little baby holder.
Did we get 3 11s?
Look at all those 11s.
I love
got
it.
a 16.
And then Jewel got like double us.
All right, Jewel, you were the first to react to this strange creature. What would you like to do?
5 foot of water or 10 foot? Like how?
You don't know how deep it is, but the distance from where you are to the other side is
Yeah, that's what I meant.
It's 10
Like,
feet. It's a
okay,
10-foot
it's
gap.
10 feet. So it'd be a jump.
Yes, yeah, you'd probably need to run and jump.
I think.
But I don't know if you have like special jumping stuff.
No. I have climbing, but I don't have jumping. I don't. I can't. I mean, I can pull out a short bow and I can shoot it, but that's way less satisfying than stabbing it. So I think I'll take my turn then, and I'll do a running jump to get next to it.
Okay.
Do I have enough space to do a running jump, or am I trying to do a standing
I
jump?
think if you run like diagonally, right, like
Okay.
this way, and do that kind of like.
Okay. Athletics or for jumping?
No, I don't think you can just do it as part of a move action.
Okay.
So you just
Cool.
run
So
and
then
jump.
I jump, and then I'm gonna move. And that's my whole action, right? To get
Yeah.
next to it.
Mhm.
Yeah. I'm just like.
Unless you do your sprint thing, you could totally get there with the jump and stab it.
Oh, that's right, because you have
That's true. It's
tabaxi.
agility. Yeah. So I'll move with the burst of speed because
Okay.
it's my turn.
Yeah,
So then
yeah.
I double my move speed until the end of the turn. So I get all the way up to it, and then I'm like, and then I just want to stab it in the biggest eye.
Okay, cool. Go for it.
That's the goal. With the rapier.
Ooh, you miss.
Oh man.
So you lash out
Disappointing.
with the rapier, and it like floats back away from you, all of its eyes like turning in at you.
I'm not supposed to do that.
You weren't supposed to dodge. Okay, so he is going to shoot his eye beams at you. So let's roll randomly. God, this feels so weird and familiar, but like on a smaller
Don't
scale.
hurt me.
All right.
Yeah, is
It's
this
like the strange flashback.
Yes,
whatever his name, like Grorscht or whatever?
Yep. All
He's
right.
not invisible.
So 4 and 2. So first, one of the eyes glows brightly, and a yellowish hand of force lunges out to grab you. It starts to tangle with you, and I need you to make a strength saving throw as this enormous hand tries to grab you.
Julia.
So yeah, strength save. Yeah, it's going after you because you're right up in its face.
That's what I figured.
Okay, all right. So you resist. You manage to like fight off the giant hand trying to get you.
It's like when you pick up a cat and it just
Yeah, right. Exactly. Just to grab you by the back of the neck, but
no.
And so when that doesn't work, one of the other eyes glows with a grayish color, and then a beam of light flies out, hits you in the forehead. You feel a chill pass over you. Roll a wisdom save.
Neither of these are my good ones.
You did fine on the first one. Okay, all right. So this time, you feel a terrifying sense of fear wash over you. You are suddenly afraid of this angry grapefruit. And
It's so scary.
yeah, it's a terrifying grapefruit, and now
hackles
you're
just go
frightened.
up.
Yeah, you have the frightened condition. Okay. So Rin, it is your turn.
I am going to step forward a little bit here,
Okay.
and then I am going to declare to this grapefruit.
Mhm.
I'm going to say, "You look more like something I'd find on a rotten food cart than a threat." And vicious mockery.
Okay, great, good. You look like a food, and not even a good food.
Why did that not
Whoa.
work?
Whoa.
Weird.
Okay, my spell didn't work. I'm
That's
just gonna roll.
cool. I
Just roll,
yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, we'll check on your macros.
wisdom saving throw.
Okay, all right. So
It may
wisdom
have
save.
been in translation something.
Yeah, I'll make the save. I got
It's a
plus-
13, you
yeah,
need a
plus
13.
2. That's all right. I got a 2. I rolled a 2, so he got a 4.
So he takes full damage. He takes 3 damage, psychic damage, and he is at disadvantage for his next. save.
Okay, all right. So the creature lets out a high pitched shriek of fear and anger as you mock it for looking like a rotten grapefruit. It's just like ah! And despite the fact that it's high pitched and annoying, to you, Jewel, it is just another thing to be afraid of. 8. It is your turn.
Yeah. I'm going to go into the water to get to it.
Okay.
And
All
I'm
right.
going to hit it with a sword.
Well, so the water is difficult terrain and is actually quite deep in the middle. So as you get out to it, so you go. Let's see. You went there.
Yeah, I would have stepped off from the corner, so maybe I did.
Okay, so when you step up, when we see 8 step off, this is great because you can't. You don't have to breathe, right?
No.
So we see 8 step off the edge and then just sink into the water and disappear. There's just like some bubbles as he sinks to the bottom. Yeah, the water's like 10 feet deep. So it's not too high over your head, and now you're in it.
Okay. So I will use the dash action in that case to go 10 and try and climb back up onto this side.
Yeah, sure.
Do I need to make like an athletics check to climb back out?
Let's have you make the check because it is you're climbing up the side.
Yeah, absolutely. 10.
Okay, yeah, you're fine. So you can finish your turn there. So you just like climb up.
What would, however, happen, I would be remiss not to mention it, is the torch would go out.
Yeah, that's true. If you're carrying it, you are no longer able to see. So
Yeah, so I climb up roughly where I was intending to go, but I now can't see.
That's so good. So yeah, we just see 8 disappear into the water, and then a second or two later, you just see an arm come up out of the sewage, and another one. So they pull themselves up, and then they're just standing there in the dark. Perfect. Good. Fantastic. Okay, Makaria, what would you like to do?
I look at this tiny grapefruit that is now surrounded by my party members. And I'm going to like walk up. Let's see, what do I do now? I don't remember. 5, 10, 15, 20. I walk up right behind Rin and like I stand behind Rin like I was standing behind 8 before.
Yeah.
And I'm just I look at the tiny little grapefruit beholder. I'm like, it doesn't look like it could shoot me, but you never know. And then I think I'm
really
just
sheltering behind me. God
Uh-huh.
damn it! You're the cleric.
yeah. I'm gonna like basically hide behind Rin and mine's not working either.
Okay, yeah, we can fix them in between, but you got them in
This
the
one? There we go.
Okay.
I just so I cast Toll the Dead. So the wisdom save, and then it's just like bells echo off the walls of
Bong.
yeah.
I got a 6 on my wisdom save.
So you take 7 damage.
7 damage. Okay. The hellish grapefruit, the hate fruit, shrivels slightly as death lays its claim upon it. Anything else, Makara? All right.
I'm just hiding. I'm hiding. I'm hiding behind Rin.
Jewel, you are afeared, at least to
I'm
the end of
afeared.
this turn. What would you like to do?
So I got to run away.
I think you can attack it. I think you just can't move closer, and if you attack, you're at disadvantage.
Okay. I think then she'll do a combo of attacking and then running away, but she can climb, so she's just gonna kind of run up the wall.
So it's just like and like a cat that's been frightened,
Yeah.
lashes out
Yeah.
and then scampers up the wall.
Scampers to the highest point because it is safer if I am high up.
Okay, perfect.
So I have disadvantage.
Okay.
And I am going to roll the normal attack, like get away.
Okay, you hit it.
Oh, nice.
Yep, 13's a hit.
I ignore the sneak attack, so it's just 9 piercing. And then
you pop it like a shitty balloon. So you just jam your sword into it in panic, and it just kind of goes like and like deflates, and like it's hanging off the end of your sword now, all limp with its little like eye stalks like dangling, dripping.
it probably still takes a moment for like the fear to wear off. So she like backs up and like starts climbing up the wall, but it's like splashes it in the water.
Yeah.
Did you kill it?
Yeah, it's dead. Totally not at all, because I was afraid of it. Puts her rapier away. Oh, you can't see, can you?
Oh,
Macaria like steps out from behind Rin and says, "Ah, yes, the Lord of Death has claimed another," and like brushes off her like I helped. Yeah.
you sure none of you can make magic light?
No.
Why would I need
I'll
to
look
make
in-
magic light?
I can see without it.
I'll tell you what, 8. I'll look into it for you, but currently, no.
Thank you.
Maybe we can find you like a waterproof torch. What can we attach things to you? What if we got just a light that just stuck on you?
Probably.
Maybe one like right here, like a lamp on your head.
No, that would look stupid.
Okay, well then you can just not see it.
Yes.
It occurs to me.
I mean, you're gonna need to be able to see. So, what do
I'll
you
light
gonna do
another
about
torch.
that?
Is there a door? Something this thing was guarding?
There's
There's a
symbol.
ladder. Yeah.
Oh.
And then the ladder goes up, right? So
Yeah.
the
No,
symbol
there's
ladder going
more.
up.
This was just a junction. There is other there are like other ways to continue on.
Do you want me to see what's up the ladder?
You can poke your head up there if you want.
Take a look.
Yeah, she just climbs up really quickly, but quietly, and like pokes her head up. It looks like a manhole cover, right? You said there was
It
like
is. Yeah. And if you poke your head up, like lift it, you're in like a backyard of some kind of like building.
a couple of dead bodies.
Yeah,
yeah,
right. Somebody throws a dead body on
Yeah.
top of you.
So, you know, the ones that we found them. Scampers back down. It's someone's backyard. It didn't look particularly exciting. Do we want to see if there's more of these symbols or?
Yeah, they're definitely
Yes.
like when you climb back down, you can see there definitely is. Like you can see one as you look.
And the symbol wasn't like directly on or next to the ladder. It was just
No, this thing was just guarding an entrance to the Xanathar's Guild like controlled area of the sewer.
Mm.
Yeah.
All right.
Let's go deeper.
Okay. All right. So following the sigils, you continue to delve down into the sewers to the point where the kind of larger concourse goes away, and instead you see you have to climb down into like kind of waist or thigh deep, depending on how tall you are, waist or thigh deep, like wastewater essentially, and slog through it as you continue.
Before we like step into that, I look at 8 and I say, actually, I'll carry the torch if you let me sit on your shoulders. I don't want to touch that.
That's fine. I understand that based on the conversations I had, this sewer is in fact not like a prison. This is possibly diseased. I can't get diseases. It will be fine.
Okay.
You're good. So you're gonna climb on 8's shoulders.
I would assume that 8 would kneel so I could do it with decorum,
Yes. If you ask.
please.
Yes.
Okay. All right. So you're gonna climb up there. All right. So there's only room for one kind of like a breast here. So what is the order you are marching in?
I suppose 8 first.
Yeah, it's either me first or Jewel scouting.
Yeah, I think Jewel's probably gonna scout like quietly ahead, maybe like slightly in front of where the pool of light is.
Yeah.
Only if she feels like she can be stealthy.
Sure.
So Macaria has a torch in one hand and is like clinging to. So 8, you're not designed to be ridden, right? You can't be used as a mount here. So like anything, you're basically gonna have to spend a turn like getting apart if there's a fight, if you're ambushed,
That seems fine.
because you're all tangled up. But that's
Yeah, I've just kind of got my shield on, and the other is like a supporting hand for the time being.
okay. How far ahead do you want to go, Jewel?
I think she basically is just in front of wherever their light starts, like maybe 10, 20 feet in front of it, so that like ideally she can go back and warn them to make us maybe more
You can
than.
see what the threat is before the threat sees our light.
Yeah, I think so. So that we can be like, maybe we shouldn't stumble into this area. It's full of murder.
Okay. All right. So
So if it needs to be more than 20 feet, it can be like 30 or
Yeah, I just wanna check how far ahead you are. Okay.
Enough that she could get there in a turn.
Sure. Yeah. So not so far. Okay. Do you want to make a stealth check?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, please
I
do.
do. 15.
Nice. Okay, great. So you head on ahead of your friends at a distance of about 20 feet, and yeah, you're slogging through this tunnel, and I have a map for you that you can take a look at. And so yeah, you're slogging through this sewage tunnel on your way through, following the sigils. And I think that as you enter this narrow area, you see there's like other graffiti. So there's more like there's the Xanathar symbol, but other people have like sketched on the walls as they've passed through. You see a primitive drawing of like a human with a crocodile on his head, up on one, like high up on one wall. And we see this scene as you skulk through the sewage. Your fur is all like matted with filthy water. You're in a long tunnel that seems to continue just like directly ahead of you.
Okay, she'll keep.
It looks like there's
going.
a junction or something at the other side.
Probably when she sees the junction, she'll like double back to them and be like, "There is a junction up ahead. Do you want me to go look at what it is before we run into it?"
Take a peek around the corners. Yes.
I imagine she like appears behind 8 to ask this question.
Makaria almost falls off, but then like regains.
She'll scout ahead and kind of go all the way up as stealthily as she can to the junction.
Go ahead and move your token. You show me how far you want to go ahead of your friends. So you get up there to the junction, and you can see. And this is great. So it's a roundabout, right? There's a pillar, and then the water is like flowing around it, so it goes north south from here, the water. And there's a little hole in the wall over here, and behind it, I think. Can you see that? You see that little guy?
I can see a token. I can't quite fully make it out.
Perfect. So you see a shape. You see somebody. There is a wooden stool, and there is a small, kind of grayish-skinned, pointy-eared creature sitting on the stool with his feet up and both of his eyes closed, and he's just...
How far is he off the ground?
I mean, he's very short, so the stool is probably only like 4 inches tall.
You said it's like a window, right?
It's it's an arrow slit, right? Like
is that raised off the ground?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's what I meant. Not how far is the goblin?
I mean, you asked me how high off the ground is he? He's a goblin, so like a couple of feet maybe.
Let me rephrase. How high is the ground the goblin is on off the ground that I am
on? So it's like if the goblin were standing on the ground and you were standing in the water, you'd be at eye level with each other.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. There is a short bow, I want to say. Yeah, there's a short bow lying like near the sleeping goblin.
Okay. And then from there, I can see there's the waterway that goes north-south, and then there looks like there's a doorway off to the side.
Yeah. So this area down here is actually like, it's like a shore, essentially. There's a widened area, and then there's a door. There's a stone archway with a wooden door in it.
Okay. And then is there like another arrow slit kind of right here on the side?
Yes. Yeah.
Like peers around the corner. Okay. I think then she'll like go back and like reports all of this information. Like there's a sleeping goblin. There looks like a door. There's a couple of guard posts with one goblin in it that I could see. So I imagine they're there to alert others and rain arrows down on us. I'm not sure how quietly any of you can make it past him though.
Quietly enough for myself anyway.
I have a torch. So
she looks very pointedly at 8 when she says that. Like, let's be real.
If we'd known beforehand, I could have done something about it. But no, these ones are yours. Have fun.
Oh, you want me to murder him?
Obviously.
If you prefer, you could think of it as guiding him to the realm of the Lord of the Dead, where he will eventually go anyway.
Is this one of those all life is going to eventually end and everything we do is futile things again?
Well, yes. I love cutting trips short like that.
You're just making it more pleasant than maybe Xanathar or the Zentarim or whatever thug he gets into a fight with next.
I don't think we
make
should
it.
be engaging in combat separately from one another. Let's all try and get through. If we don't, we'll force our way in.
I'm fine with other people getting into combat separately from myself, honestly.
The arrow slit, presumably, it's not big enough for a creature to go through. It'd be big enough for like a weapon to go through.
Yes, it would be. It would be the kind of thing that you would fire arrows through. Yeah.
And they're typically designed to have arrows fired through in one direction.
Correct.
So
yeah.
I
Yeah,
imagine
a two-way arrow slit would be some bullshit.
Yeah. So it would be pretty hard for
You would
Jewel
need
to
like a
do,
pole arm, like a bec de Corbin or a glaive guisarme or a military fork, maybe. And jam
But a
it in
mage
there.
might have, like, some sort of caster would have some sort of line of sight on that room.
Yeah, like you'd have to stand like basically right in front of the hole to be able to get line of sight on anyone on the other side.
I think the best method is get to the door and then go through the door and then get the goblin from there.
Yeah, probably. It's just the goblin. My concern, and I think Jules' concern, is that the goblin will raise an alarm and then we'll have to deal with more people.
Well, it's either we successfully sneak by the goblin or we don't successfully sneak by the goblin.
We could ask. We
Kinda.
could always just ask for them to let us in.
We could certainly try that. All right, so we're going
I'll
to try
happily try and lie about why we're here if you'd prefer.
You lie?
You don't think I can?
Kill.
It's difficult to do that. There's a very small amount of space a weapon can pass through.
Kill.
Go around through the little door and stab him before he wakes up.
Well,
Okay.
I mean, if he's sleeping, why can't we just walk past?
Let's try. What's the worst that'll happen? We wake him up and then he sounds an alarm and then we murder more people and that'll make 8 happy.
Okay.
Like Jewel turns around and sneaks back.
Yeah, I guess I try and sneak with Jewel.
Okay.
She'll probably try and gain a little bit of distance so that maybe she can get to the door and unlock it before someone else. Like, I'm going to say this now and I'm going to roll terribly on her stealth.
Yeah, make another stealth roll.
Like her goal is to just try and do as much as she can. 26!
Wow. Okay, so you start sneaking back, and then Rin, you're following?
Yeah,
Are you attempting to be sneaky as well, Rin?
of course.
Okay, please do, and follow along.
16.
Okay. All right.
So she's going to get some distance between them and then get back up to that dungeon.
Don't move again until Rin's up there, because I need to know where you are in relation to each other.
I'm just
okay.
I'm just a little behind Jewel, basically.
Okay.
8. We're not very stealthy with this torch.
I can't. If you guide me very quietly,
I mean, it's a straight hallway.
I don't know how close to get.
Okay, so you just hang on. So Jewel, you're talking, but this is while they're leaving you. So Jewel and Rin,
Yeah.
you get there, Jewel.
Mm-hmm.
And you can see now that goblin is awake, holding his bow and like peering through the arrow slit.
And I like say, yes, fine, I'll guide you. And I just drop the torch in the wall.
Okay, so you are now blind and carrying someone else.
I mean, you could just run your hand on the walls. It'll be fine.
I think she's going to maintain as much. Jewel's going to maintain as much of herself as she can, and she's going to climb on the wall around the corner, trying to get to that platform without. And it might take a little bit of time.
Okay, so go ahead and go in.
But she thinks that probably going here, like climb under the wall.
So as soon as you get there, you realize there's an arrow slit on that wall too, and you get right next to it. And you see it, and you can't go past it. Like, you can't climb on the wall past because you'll block it. And yeah, there's another goblin. You can't see him because you haven't looked in because he'll see you. But you can hear him breathing on the other side. Like,
She sort of sits there for a little while and is like, oh,
8, just move forward in a straight line. Do you remember what the hallway looked like, right? Just touch your hand to the wall and just go straight.
so Dave, you may not be able to move yourself, but you can tell me like how far do you want to move, and I'll just move you.
20 feet.
Okay, so you just start sloshing forward 20 feet.
I try and be quiet.
Okay.
But it's
hard to do.
many disadvantages.
And are you still carrying Makaria?
Yeah.
Okay, then you're definitely at disadvantage.
Definitely a disadvantage.
This is the best.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Okay, so they're moving forward. The Voltron of 8 and Makaria, and then so you've realized, Jewel, you're like, oh, there's an arrow slot on this side. Shit. What are you gonna do?
I also was under the wrong impression. I think for some reason I didn't realize the water connected. So I was in water the whole time, right?
Yes, you have been so far. Now you're up on the wall though, and you're kind of like here.
Yeah.
Okay.
Under the impression that land. So yeah.
So I make my, because I'm just behind you and I haven't realized you've like stopped.
Yeah.
Thing.
So when you
So
get there,
I'm moving forward and I see you on the wall and I kind of give you a look that's like something else.
so before you turn and you look, right? You get there and you hear a shout. Does anybody speak Goblin?
I think I might actually. Hang on, let me check. No, I do not speak
Okay.
Goblin.
You hear a shout.
Like,
You're a high-pitched goblin shout from up here. And you hear the goblin shouting, Briark! Briark! Which you've heard means we surrender, and then you get shot at because he's been holding an action, so as soon as he saw somebody.
Okay.
So he's gonna shoot his bow at you, and then we'll roll initiative to determine the order of everything else. But the goblin sounds the alarm.
Sure.
And there he is.
I was gonna try and do some daring lies.
Yeah. No, he as soon as they woke up, he was like holding his action until he saw a target. So he gets one shot at you.
Sure.
Boing. I got a 23.
That
So
hits
that's
me.
enough to hit you with cover for sure. And you take 8 damage.
Okay, I'm at 1.
So thunk, and you're like, ugh! This is the moment is like you bump into or you see Jewel. You're like, wait, why have you stopped? And then there's like, Briark! And the goblin fires the arrow at you, and you take the hit. And
Cool.
let's have initiatives.
I love level 1. It's such a good level.
Listen, you got to be level 1 before
Oh,
you be
the
level 3.
13 was what Jewel rolled.
Oh, I can roll it again. Or you can put the 13 in.
Yes, yeah, you can. I'll add you. You already rolled. You got your 13 in there. So I will do that for you. Okay, there we go. So there's our initiative order, and the goblins. The goblins get to go. So the goblin that shot Rin will get another shot on her.
Okay.
This time, what's your AC? 13. Yeah, you get hit again for 5 this time.
Okay, I'm down.
Okay. Thunk, thunk, and down you go. And then you hear shouting in Goblin from this like hole, Jewel, but nobody understands it. It's just kind of like nervous shouting. Okay, so 8. It is your turn.
You can put me down.
Oh yeah, you have to do that as well. Good. Fucking great.
Or you
Yeah.
can walk forward and then put me down, so I'll be closer too.
I walk forward 30 feet.
Okay. Now it's
Or
it's
kill
difficult.
buttons.
It's difficult terrain, so you can move. You move three up, and
Okay.
then
And then you put me down.
you can put Makaria down in front of you too if you want.
Yeah,
Don't
put
do
me
that,
down.
please. You have to go through me. Just put me behind you.
Okay, and say light a torch. I'm going to hold up the shield.
Okay, so on Makaria's turn, she can light a torch.
Yeah.
Okay.
If it's my action to put her down, then that's okay.
No, you can just drop her, but she'll be prone if you do.
That's totally fine for 8 to do. I think that 8 wouldn't.
Okay, like if 8 uses an action to set you down, that's one thing. You'll be waist deep in the water. If 8 drops you, you'll fall prone in the water.
I mean, but what would 8 do is the thing, right?
Sure,
Like,
yeah.
No, he puts you down. He's very gentle with all
Okay,
of this.
all right. So you're gonna use your action to set Makaria down on her feet instead of dumping her in the water. Okay, great. Jewel.
Jewel sees that Rin went down, so I think her go-to would be to climb down quietly.
Okay. Do you want to be here or here?
Probably. I mean, her goal is to grab Rin and drag her
So here.
slightly farther back and then try and stabilize her.
Okay.
So if it needs be, then I could use my movement to like climb around back here and like kind of go over her and then pull her back down the hallway.
Sure. I think like picking up a person isn't like drawing a sword or whatever. Like I think it's an action to like interact with a corpse.
For reference, I guess this is kind of meta, but like I can spare the dying at a distance as a grave cleric.
Yeah,
so,
like,
And you'd
you
know
don't
the other players would know that. That's not meta.
Yeah.
They know how your magic works.
so you don't have to like wait the medicine check.
Is
action.
she too far away? What's your distance on it?
It's 30 feet, but I can
30
also
feet, okay.
like move, you know.
I'm
Cool,
gonna
then
survive one check. It's not a big deal. But
Yeah, I think seeing that though, she's like, oh, this we need to regroup and replan. Like this did not go the way we thought. We already failed. So I think she'll still do the action where she's gonna, as far as she can, like, and without being able to then do the stabilize, she'll still pull the person back.
Yeah, sure.
So how far can she drag? Do you want me
As
to
far
roll?
as you move, you can drag her
Okay.
with you. If you take
So
your
I
action
used
to
some
like
of it
pick her up.
climbing, and then probably I have like another 15 feet. So
Yeah.
probably to there.
it occurs to me that we're in sewer water right now, aren't we?
Remember,
Yeah, that's the other
remember
thing.
remember it's difficult terrain too.
Oh, that's right. So it's probably only more like here.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the other thing she's really going to be focused on is like not get her head in sewer water so that she's not also drowning. Like it's like hoist her up under the armpits and then just like.
Okay. Yeah. So yeah, you spend your turn like pulling her back through the water, keeping her head above the water.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So that means it is Rin. It's your turn. We need that death save from you.
Death save.
I'm sorry, you got goblins so hard.
Oh.
Hey, there you go. All right, so that's one.
Yeah.
All right, Makaria, your turn.
I mean, it's level 1, Adam. It's swinging.
Yeah.
Okay, I will take my action to dig through my pack, grab a torch, and light it.
Okay. And you can still move if you want to.
And then let's see.
I'm gonna try a new way to do the torch thing. So
how do I draw? Where's the ruler? Oh, the ruler
Q.
thing is so different. Okay, you're still 35 feet away, so I can't.
Okay, let's
Can't yet, but I move forward.
Dave, I will give you your sight back. Hey, there you go.
Thanks. I love that.
Okay, so Blue Jay, that little yellow blob, can you move that?
Yes, I can.
All right, that's your torch. So just
Okay.
keep it on top of you.
On top of me.
Yeah, because
Got it.
you're holding it in your hand, right?
And it's 5 feet, right?
What do you can grab something with your other hand. So what do you have in your hands?
My shield and the torch.
Okay, so you have a shield on your arm, and you have a torch held high, and now you can see. You have sight now. Cool. Okay. And that's your turn. The goblins, they will take their turn. Give me 1 second. I just have to mess with some other stuff here.
Oh, but the light covers her beautiful face.
It's okay. We don't have the official art yet.
Yeah, just got a blob on her face. Let me know if what I just did changes your ability to see. Can anybody not see now? Did I break anyone's sight? I fixed Dave's. That's what I was trying to
You
do.
fixed mine.
Yeah, there we go. Because Dave had.
I think you may have
everybody's
broken mine.
you should be able to see still.
I think I still have dark vision.
You do. Yep.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
Yeah, your vision is the right distance. It was too much before. I just fixed it for my map. Okay. So anyway, I have to move some NPCs around. Give me a second, because the alarm has been raised. Okay. Go up here. Okay. And then up here. And then this way. Nope, there. Okay. The goblins. All right, I am good. So, 8. It is your turn. You have illumination now.
Perfect. Is all of this difficult? I see there's no wiggly lines here.
Yes, yeah. That you're in the tunnel. The wiggly lines just aren't drawn on every square.
Okie dokie. Use the dash action to move 30 feet.
Okay. So like a speedboat, like you have a wake because you're so strong, right? So there's water just like splashing up on the walls around you, and you push past Makaria gently, and and like head forward.
Yeah, and I draw my sword as part of that move action.
Okay. That sounds good. So you have your sword in two hands, or do you have your sword and shield?
Sword and shield.
Okay. All right. So Jewel, your turn.
They're all kind of moving forward, so at this point, like not
Get to that door, kill those goblins.
Yeah. So she's gonna just like make her way there as fast as she can. So I think it's hops over Rin 1, 2, and it's difficult terrain, so she can't quite get there. Yeah, she can only move for the 15.
Dash.
Okay.
Dash.
Yeah, and then I guess.
Well, so when you get there, you trigger the goblins held action.
Yeah. Even if I'm heading past.
Yeah, like as soon as his hold was, as soon as I see somebody through the slit, I shoot.
Cool. Then he shoots her, and then she'll continue with the rest of her.
He hits you for 6. Yeah, you get tagged. Now you can keep going.
At least it doesn't stop her action.
Yeah, totally.
And yeah, so I guess the burst of speed, it's technically I can't use it until I move 0 feet on one of my turns, which I haven't used it in this combat.
You haven't used it in this combat.
So
yeah, that's right.
it resets every encounter. Okay, and then she just does the rest of the way, makes it to the door, and then just like tries to kind of tuck into the doorway. And can it open? Is it locked?
No, you can open it. As part of your move, you can just run up and.
She might regret this. She's gonna open the door.
Okay, all right. You yank the door open. There you go. Okay.
I think that's all of the distance she can cover.
Rin?
I'll make a save. Failure.
Okay, so you're 1 and 1?
I am indeed.
Okay, Makaria.
Okay, this time I got it. I will move forward 5, 10, 15 high torch with the torch. And now I'm within range to cast Spare the Dying. I can cast it at the range of 30 feet and as a bonus action. So you are now stable, and I think that it's like, because Spare the Dying is usually like a touch action, I feel like it's just like Makaria like tucks the like shield like under her arm, and then she like with the torch in her hand like pushes her hands forward, and then they like those like skeletal versions of them like extend through 8 to like touch Rin and like
arms
bring her soul back from its grave within the sewer water.
Nice. So just to check real quick, you're holding your shield in one hand and the torch in the other, but this has somatic components. I think you need a hand free to cast the spell. So your shield is not in your hand, or
Okay, well, it's a bonus action, so I'll use an action to put my shield down
sure.
and then cast it and then take my shield back up.
Yes, if you just drop your shield, that's fine. Yes, so you can do that if you take that as your action. Your bonus action is the healing. Okay, I just want to make sure. Okay, all right, you are spared. You are spared. And that's Makaria's turn. All right, the goblins. I'll take their turn. Okay. All right, and sorry, I'm moving stuff off screen.
That's okay. It's going to be done.
Yeah, I'm just moving things around that y'all can't see. Go here, Zip. All right, and there we go. Okay, 8. It is your turn.
Okay. Can I see these arrow slits?
No. You can just see what you see. So you see the column, and then you see that the water goes around the column in 2 directions.
Okay. I guess I can't occupy the same square. I've got to get there really eventually. So I'll move to here, and then I move here, and then I realize I can't see anything.
Yeah, right. You've come to the end of your light. You can still move. You can move up or down if you want.
I move back in.
Okay, do you take a step back? You're like, oh, line of sight blocked. Okay, Jewel, it's your turn.
I'm muted.
Yeah, it's okay.
Sorry. She's gonna first step inside, and then probably actually she's gonna take her action to stealth.
Okay, so you want to hide and then move?
Yeah, and hide and then move, because I think that her advantage right now is that them not knowing that she's in there.
Okay.
So stealth 21.
All right.
So she's like, jump.
So you step into the room, you look to your right, and it's a good thing you stealth first, because there's a goblin looking through an arrow slit up there, and he's just peering. He sees big yellow eyes, and he's like looking for you, and like squinting. You like press yourself against the wall, and, like sneak into the room.
She's a gray tabby, so she just sort of like blends in with the stone.
The weirdness that is playing a game like this is that there's no way he's looking right at you, but you rolled great on stealth, so fuck it, right? Like it's like magic.
She like drops just below his eye level, and then like does the like cat stalking thing, like
skulking across the floor.
Freeze. And so she's gonna kind of move around until she finds any way to access like where they are. So
yeah,
I guess she sees
there's another door there.
Other door.
Yeah.
Can she open it?
Yeah. Boop. You pop that door open. Okay, and that's your turn.
Pops in there. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Rin, you're unconscious. You got
I'm
spared,
staying
but not
unconscious.
healed. Okay. And Makaria, it's your turn.
I will go forward another 15 feet.
Okay.
And now that I'm close enough, I will cast Cure Wounds. But I actually have an ability for this, which isn't for some reason in here. You get the max number of points healing possible.
Nice.
Okay, cool.
So it's 8 plus my spellcasting ability modifier, which is 3.
Sweet, I'm back at full.
Nice.
Yeah. And that's
Rin coughs and splutters and realizes that she has been, not that she has been shot necessarily, but that she's lying in sewer water.
God, yeah.
She looks like a bedraggled crow. You know what I mean? Like,
right. Your hair's all sticking out in clumps.
Yeah. And there's a moment she looks up at Makaria and goes, Makaria, I think I've been shot.
Oh, and I have to drop my shield to be able to heal her.
Sure.
So my shield's in the muddy water, and like fictionally, I'm like helping you get yourself out of the water on your turn.
That's so good. Okay, so maybe that's the cue for us to take our break. Is that like you look up that I've been shot, and then we fade to break. So stick around. The conclusion of the Xanathar's hideout battle when we get back. Don't go anywhere.